Well, welcome back to another video, guys. In this video we're working on this iCarsoft CR Ultra P, which is the latest diagnostic machine produced by iCarsoft. It is a brilliant kit, simple as that. The money you pay for this is nothing compared to Hotel and Snap-on and many other manufacturers, and I'll just hit a few bullet points so you know what's what. This is the quad core power 10.1 inch touchscreen, super fast and smooth, okay? And do you know what's amazing? It's got 12,600 mAh monster battery. That's how I'm going to name it, a monster battery. Any other manufacturers, you ain't going to get that, guys. Put it that way. I'll be honest, it lasts me like all day, literally all day. One full charge and use it all day. It's got online ECU coding and programming, and that is very rare at some of the other manufacturers, especially for the price. And I'll get onto the price in a second. It has 41 plus service resets, from DPF regen to injector coding, gearbox reline, you name it. I'm going to go through it as well. Bi-direction controls actually tests and activate components such as EGR, fan, etc, etc. Topology mapping, full vehicle network shown visually as well. Remember, this identical one to this on Hotel, you're talking thousands of pounds, whereas this one is probably half the price, if that. And it's got a massive adapter kit, and the adapter kit, here we are. There you go, guys. It's got, and it's, look at that, it's got a screen in there, which is very rare on the other manufacturers. But yeah, we'll start to let you know about the price. It's around about £1,400, £1,500, depending on the offers they have on. Remember, if you want to get something like this in the Hotel world or Snap-on world, well, you need to, you know, fork out a best part of £2,000 or even more. Nevertheless, guys, let's move on. So I've paired it up to the BMW. This is a BMW 3 Series F model. It's as simple as this. We've already seen this. Now we're going to hit this, and there we are. And we've got various different ways of pairing it up to the car. But you know what? Before we do, actually, guys, look at this. Look at the vehicles it covers. I'm telling you, I ain't heard of some of these vehicles. I've said it in the past, but I'll say it again. Look at them. Mahindra, that's Indian. Yeah, it does say Indian as well. It's amazing. You know what? Peru, Malaysia. I didn't even know they made them. I didn't even know somebody. What is that? Samsung, Renault. Guys, you correct me. I have no idea what these are. But we can see the amount of cars. So if you wanted to narrow it down, you'd only hit the American. If you wanted to narrow it down to Asian, hit the Asian, electric vehicle, etc, etc. Anyway, VIN scan. We'll do you can do enter VIN or scan it this way, either way anyway, so you can do it that way, or you can do it the other option, which is the intelligent diagnosis, which picks the car up itself automatically. So it's a VIN auto detect, we call it. So VIN chassis has been detected, it's picked it up, it's telling us make, model, year. Okay, we'll hit diagnosis, and while that's doing that, I'll show you. So I'm going to reset this here, the vehicle check on this, and I'll guide you how we do it on this one. It has the capability of doing a lot of different things, but this is just one of the options I'm going to use. It tells us the accurate mileage, so if you buy and sell cars, guys, this is something you need to have. Or if you're in the, I don't know, if you're in the workshop world, then yeah, it's a must. F34, 3 Series, 320, auto, right and drive, 2016, blah 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 blah, engine, yep, fair enough, move on. It's amazing how much information it tells us. Don't worry, it does this on all BMs, whether you're using Hotel, Snap-on and whatnot. This is a normal procedure for all diagnostics when it comes to BMW. So it's turned the ignition off, it's just cut the engine out completely, and it's turned it back on itself without me doing anything. Obviously you need the key, otherwise it won't work. Just look at this, guys. So this is the topology mapping, okay? Topology, I don't know how you say it, but yeah, that is how it looks. It's like a tree root. Only the professional diagnostics will have this, and this is a high-end diagnostic machine, so it will have it. You can do the system list, which I honestly like the system list myself. It's so neat and tidy. So for example, let's say on yours it doesn't have this. We'll do a smart scan. This is going to go through all the modules one by one. Anything that comes back in red, as far as I know, is abnormal, which means there is a fault. So there you are, the ZGM has a fault. It tells you even there one fault. The engine control module has 6 faults, and so on and so on. And it kind of breaks it down for you there as well. So you see, you get this feature. It's quite amazing, and it's pretty damn quick as well in terms of a full scan. So here we go, it's gone through it more or less within no time. And it's telling us right there the instant battery voltage, which is brilliant. So it's done the full scan, no messing around. The system list, I'll go on there as well. I like how it brings it in this way, tells you how many faults, and if we hit that, it kind of breaks it down and says X, Y, and Z. Amazing. To do a full clear, hit that, and kaboom, it's going to wipe every fault code, unless the fault code's permanent. Then I'm not going to argue, then it will stay there. But if it's not permanent, do a full scan and clear like this, and it will eliminate it all. As you can see, it's going through it one by one, eliminating it. Boom, anything coming back red, there you go. It's just gone through all the modules and eliminated all the fault codes. Now, don't get too happy. If yours is permanent, like I said, it's not going to clear it. So let's get that straight. Anyway, back to our usual topic. You've got all these special functions. These are special functions. I'll show you what I mean. So if you hit it, here it tells us all the different components within the engine control module. Now, let's say you've just put in a mass airflow, something new, okay, a new component on there. We would reset it using this. There is a section for it. If I find it, I'll show you. Now, if you scroll down, it says reset adaptation, okay, and on here is going to give us a few more options for other components as well. So, okay, let it do its stuff. It's amazing how much, there you are. So you've got the exhaust emissions, the fuel system, the air mass, or end service. The air mass will do F3, which is here, and amazing, look at that, you've got even more options. F5, continue. So it's going to reset that specific module, which is amazing, guys. So I'm telling you, if you're in the mechanic world, whether you're doing one car, two car, or you're doing hundreds of cars a week, which I don't think you will, but this is the machine to have. But that's just a prime example of what we can do in the special functions. I'm not going to bore you all. So coming back out of this, the chassis, it'll be to do with the like the steering angle sensor, like the steering rack and whatnot, ride height. So if it's a BMW 7 Series, it's got air suspensions, or 5 Series, it's got air suspension. There's a lot of things you can do. I'm not going to bore you. Coming back out of this, guys. Again, body, this one, you've got all these others. These are like the interior stuff. So, for example, I don't know, I'll go through it in a second, but anything you wanted to, the fan, the lighting system, the power tailgate initialization. So if you've, I know some people have had a bump around the back end of the car. They've put a new tailgate on and the tailgate doesn't open. So when you hit the open button, it doesn't open. So what you need to do is hit this and reinitialize. Driver assistant. So this would be like, there's a lot of things you can do. There's like the camera. This doesn't have a camera, but here it is, teaching the all-round camera. So I've seen it on like top spec cars, like the, you know, your X5Ms, or even the luxury cars. You do that, it'll teach you the calibration of it, or even the radar. I know, like on this windscreen, if I was to replace it, I'd have to calibrate the radar again. Otherwise, it will not come to a stop when you are using the cruise control. But you have it, you have everything there, guys. Something more amazing on these BMW, on the iDrives, obviously, as we saw earlier, there was the service history. I have deleted it all, but I'm going to show you how we can add it all one by one to the vehicle again using this lovely iCarsoft CR Ultra P. So we'll go into maintenance. We'll go into this one and we'll do single item or multiple items written, in other words. So we'll do this, and this way we can add one by one what we need and what's been done and what hasn't. Okay, so we'll just do a single item written. Right service record, and we'll do oil change. We'll go, I'll look back at what dealer would put anyway. So I think what we'd have to do is right service record carried out by BMW dealer. Within this, we're going to add the dealer code in. So every manufacturer of the BMW world has a code, like a few digit code, and we're going to add that in. Once you've got that, hit OK. It's going to tell us the distance. This is going to put it in kilometers, so make sure you work it out the right way, and then do it that way. So in other words, if it's done 50,000 miles, you're going to have to convert to kilometers and then put it in. The mileage, one of the first service was done around about 15,000 miles, 15,800 821. So this is going to be done in kilometers. Okay, so we'll put that. Now it's telling us the date, and the date is 2018 421. So we're going to be 2018 04, and then we have 21. Hit OK, and that's function complete. That was on the engine oil. Now it's not going to bring it up on this straight away, so what you'll have to do is do that, and then, well, switch it all off. It takes a while sometimes for it to register, and then there we go. And let's go onto my vehicle status. There you are, service history, and boom, there you are, guys. It tells you the dealer code and whatnot. These are all legit service, by the way. These aren't just made up. But if you were an independent garage, guys, remember, you've got everything there. It is a no-brainer. But I'm going to add the rest on anyway, because I've got the rest of the... I deleted it, but this is just to help you guys and know how you can work through it. So I'm going to add all these in, and then we'll go through the next. So guys, it's so easy and so simple to use. As we said, the service record is all back on. I've added it all on, and on the last service as well. So I've added this on because I deleted it for you guys. But you can see what's been carried out and what hasn't. Any of these services, you click and it will tell you exactly what's been done and what hasn't. So reality is, there's a lot of things you can do with this diagnostic, so I'll just go through it again so you know what's what. You put the dealer number in, which is the 05353. That's that dealer who's done the service on this car. And then, for example, what's been carried out, we will hit this engine oil. Has the service been carried out? Yes. And then put the date, time, and in kilometers, and then write service. That's how it does it, and then it adds it onto there. You have to turn the ignition off and on, and it adds it on. But hey, this is one of the coolest options I've seen. I've not seen it on the others as well. If you're a dealership and you've got a high-end car, let's say a Lamborghini or a Ferrari, and you don't want anyone to like drive it like a lunatic, you put it into transport mode, and guess what? That just literally locks everything. Coming back out of that, guys, we've already gone through everything. Battery modification and replacement on these BMs, Mercs, whatever. Once you change the battery, the start and stop will not work. So what you'll have to do is pair up the battery, and then it'll work. Coming back out of that, guys, you've got the commonly used special functions. These are the most common ones used. DPF regen, tire pressure, injector coding. There's just so many, but irrelevant. These are just an easier way of going into the options it has. Anti-theft system, again, I've not really come across this. Will be to you, your key, whatnot. But the ADAS calibration, let's move on to that. But it's amazing what you can do nowadays. It's just pretty damn good. I'm quite happy with myself that I've been able to do all this using this diagnostic tool. Guys, this is the ADAS calibration. I'm not going to bore you too much as well, but you can see what it covers. Click on it, boom, get on it, code it in, and move on. Coding and programming. All I'll say is be careful when you code and program, because you need to back it up and then do it. So retrofit, I don't know what we've got in here, but there'll be certain things. So in the past, I've realized it gives us the option of suspension if you've done a lot of different things. Again, the vehicle coordinator states, are you sure you want to continue? Yes, let's do it. This is what it's come up with. Vehicle order change, hit that. Are you sure? Remember, these are all the codings that's stored within this car. Here we have the pin code, boom, boom. Okay, the 90 AGM battery, leather. Yes, this is a leather car, as we can see. You can change these, guys, like just hit delete it, and I'm not going to delete it, but then you've got more operation tips available and whatnot. There's just so much you can do. I'm not going to start fiddling with the car, but this is just for you all to know what the capability of this beast is. You can see what this car's like spec-wise got. But anyway, moving on to that, guys. Coding your headlights. If you're in the salvage world, again, it's a brilliant piece of kit to put in new components. I don't know, EGR, injector, headlights, the iDrive, a new cluster. It's all on there, guys. I'm not going to bore you again. So what I'm going to do as well is go through the active system. So we'll do a smart scan. Sorry about the wind, I can't control that, but we're outside the vehicle. As we can see, there is nobody in there, so we're going to activate a few things, and one of which is the exterior lights, and I'm going to go through it again. Sorry for the wind, it's not the best. So low beam headlight, if we hit that and if I hit activate, boom, there you are guys, it comes on. And if we come back out of this, front fog lights or fog lights, if we hit activate, so from here, and if we look at that, activate, there you go, turns everything on. It's just amazing what you can do with this machine, guys. Reversing lights, so let's jump over to the back. Obviously there's nobody in, guys, nobody in. And if we hit reversing lights, so we shall switch it on, so activate. Here we go, 3, 2, 1, boom, there you are. It's amazing what you can do with this machine. There's just so much about it. Hazard warning lights, let's see if this flickers the boom, boom, there you are. It's amazing. Old school days, you used to have somebody with you to turn it on, off, but nowadays you don't need none of that really. Everything's on here, guys. There's so much. Look at this. The horn. I mean, shall I risk it? No, I'll not risk it. I don't want to annoy the neighbours. But it's amazing. Rear spoiler. Do you know what? I don't even know. So activate. So that'll be the rear spoiler coming back out. Oh, amazing. I'm not going to try and sell you this, guys. I'll let you decide if you think it's worth every penny, which I think it is, to be fair. You can do the electronics on the outside, lighting, spoiler and whatnot. We've also got the engine section as well. There's a lot of other components, but we'll do the electric fan anyway. So let's say you've put a new fan on, or it's a salvage car, and guess what? You want to double check before you put everything back on. You want to make sure. There you go, you can see it spinning, guys. I don't know if you can hear it like me. Well, there you are. And just amazing. And it does it to the full blast. And we'll hit stop. Boom, stops it. And then if you come out of this, guys, if you go into the control, there's the swirl flaps and EGR. I mean, I don't know how much you can hear the swirl flap, but I don't think we can hear that, but that's within it. Oh, the EGR. Again, I can't hear anything, but this activates it, so if you've got the component in your hand, you can see the swirl flap move, open and close. There's a lot, guys. There's so much that's stored in this piece of kit, which I think is worth it, but that's down to you. Please let me know in the comments and tell me if there is another machine for the similar price, so I can compare, but this is the top notch. I love this, how you've got this whole back area. It's like a little bar that flicks all the way out, and it's amazing how it hooks onto the steering wheel without any issues. There's a few things as well what I want to go through. It's the camera as well. You've got this, so I know on Megs you have to scan the QR on the headlights, otherwise it doesn't work. But yeah, guys, please let me know what you think of it. I'd like to hear your feedback. If you ask me, it's worth every penny compared to other manufacturers.